They want me to change, they want me to change, but I ain't changing, nah.
And you are now tuned into another episode of Intellectually Petty Radio, brought to you by M3S3 Clothing. Men make moves and suckers stand still. And as always, you already know, man, on the mighty Nerve DJs Radio Network. Shout out to the OG DJ Johnny O. And look, bro, I don't. At this point, it's becoming redundant. Y'all know I don't fuck with nothing but legends around here, and today is absolutely no exception. Ypsilanti's finest, the Emcee's MC himself, the young kid Jay is in the building. How you doing, King?
Yes, sir. What's up? I'm good. I'm feeling good. You?
Oh man, I'm doing great, man. How's your family?
Oh, great, man. You know, just like how I told you, Pop said, "What's up?" Hey, man, this is something I've been waiting for all week, so I'm ready for you.
Oh, that's dope, man.
You know what I
And
mean?
you know what? I woke up this morning. I started listening to the catalog. I'm like, okay. And I used to rap back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm listening to. You got some bars, bro. I'm gonna have to give it to you. Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
What? Now, some people they write and then find a beat for it, and some people write to the beat. Which one are you?
Oh, I write to the beat, but then sometimes when you be like chilling by yourself, or you might even be at the store just like doing something that's not music, and you will think of that bar. That's usually me. So then usually I think of enough bars, and then once I get to the writing aspect, I just put it all together, and then eventually it makes a song. But when I'm going in and actually doing music, I actually write to the beat. But I feel like if you write without the beat, you're gonna have a different type of like sound of what the song's supposed to sound like. So once you actually go find the beat, you can't find nothing that match it. See, I find the beat and then I feel the vibe off that, and then I just write about how I'm feeling pretty much.
And I think the cadence structure is so underrated.
Oh yeah.
People just think if you just throw some words together and find a dope beat, it's automatically gonna be spectacular. No, it's how you present that beat.
A cadence can be a huge part of. It could be the reason why the song is good. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because so there's like there's a lot of artists today who rap and don't talk about nothing, right? They don't be saying nothing. They just be doing mumbling gibberish. That's what I call it. And they put it to a nice beat. They have a nice cadence with it, and then they go platinum. You know what I mean? So I ain't trying to like shoot no shots at nobody, but I'm just saying like music
But
don't
that
have
ain't
the
just
same
today
substance
though.
it used to be. Yeah, right, exactly.
Like people in my day it was some dudes who's just rapping about absolutely nothing. Daz Effects comes to mind.
Yeah.
Respectfully, they wasn't saying much of shit.
Right.
But
You be rapping about nothing, but if it has a nice cadence, it might carry you.
yeah,
It might carry you.
who you listening to that's not you?
Ooh. A lot of people, man. J. Cole. I grew up a huge Nas fan. Who else? J. Cole, Nas. Eminem is probably my all-time great besides Lil Wayne. Um, yeah, I mean, besides that, I'll probably say just I guess you could say lyrical rappers. You know what I mean? The only new rappers I really like that's coming out is I like Lil Baby. You know what I mean? That's probably the only one that I really mess with because he on the radio all the time. So how could you not?
But Lil Baby is fire.
Yeah, Lil Baby's very fire.
Like I don't think I've heard a Lil Baby song and been like, okay, that's trash.
Mm-hmm.
And they all sound just enough alike that you know it's Lil Baby, but they all got their own uniqueness to it. So
Right.
I got to give my man credit, especially for the newer generation.
Yeah, I didn't know how long his career was gonna be, like as far as longevity wise, but I kind of seen it. You remember when he dropped that song about African Americans, right? About
Oh yeah, that shit
yeah,
was
yeah,
fire.
yep,
Yeah,
yeah. That one was nasty. I think
yeah.
it showed me his versatility with music. So that's how I kind of knew like, yeah, he gonna be here for a minute.
Okay, so for you, at what point did you personally fall in love with hip hop? Not what your pops
Mm.
was playing, but what
Right,
was the
right.
moment where you like, okay, you know what? This is my path right here.
Now let me tell you, I always kind of like rapped. You know, when you in like school and like you and your friends is like freestyling. I was
Yeah.
always the dude that they come get to spit that fire. You know, it's so like all the way from when I was like probably like 12, 13, we used to be at recess and they'd be like, "Hey, go get Jason." Da, da, da. And then I'll be in the middle of class. They'll come and get me just to spit bars. And I kind of really didn't fall in love with music until I was about 14. 14 was when I was a freshman at New Tech High School. Shout out to my New Tech students. And they didn't have a talent show this year for the first time, and I raised enough money of my own money to invest in the talent show. So I threw my own talent show. Me and two of my friends hosted it. Shout out to Anthony and Brandon. Me and two of my friends hosted it, and we even had our friend DJ it. You know what I mean? So once I was willing to spend my own money on music, that's how I knew like, oh yeah, I care for this. You know what I mean? So
Okay, so at what point did your pop start believing?
oh, my pop started believing when I was like 15. So this was after the talent show, and like I was taking my high school laptop that we'd be checking out, right? I take that home and I would be recording with the built-in microphone that's in the laptop. So I ain't even got no handheld, no microphone attached to it. Like I'm literally flipping like the screen back and the speakers right there, and I'm holding it up trying to like rap next to the keyboard. You know what I mean? So once he was walking once he was walking next to my room and he like I guess he seen I was dedicated to it, you know what I mean? And that's when he realized like okay, this is what he actually might want to do. So then that's when he started managing me. And then from there on, I started winning contests, you know, and then my music I played on the radio. Then that's that after after my music hit the radio, that's when I started hitting other opportunities. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So
Yo, what was that like? Like the first time you hear you on the radio.
oh man, hearing yourself on the radio, you don't really think it's that crazy until it actually happens. You know what I mean? When I was younger, I always pictured like because when you a kid, you always picture the people on the radio as like stars and celebrities. So like once you hear your voice actually on the radio, you kind of feel like you on that level. You might not be quiet, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
But mentally you feel like you're on that level and hearing myself on the radio honestly gave me the push to keep going because it was like, okay, that's when I wanted to start hearing more of my music on the radio. And I was
What
like,
song
oh,
was the first one?
my song "Amazing." It was a song I
Okay.
made when I was 14. I actually got a music video to that. For it was shot by Flip Wilson, who was a great director, and yeah, we had drones and everything.
Really? They
We
had
actually
what?
shot that around Ypsee. It was
That's
actually
damn near 10 years ago. You had drones.
yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's when that might have been when they like first started coming out. Don't make
Okay.
me feel old just because you said 10 years ago I was 14.
Are you serious? Make you feel old? I'm over here like Jesus Christ. What's wrong with me? Shit, man. I'm
No, I
oh
think about it
Lord.
like, man, high school was really 7 years ago, but it doesn't feel like it. You know, time just be passing. And
Okay,
it's
so you've been on America's Got Talent. You done
mm-hmm.
done concert after concert, and I
Yeah.
didn't get a chance to. Damn, I can't remember the name of the show. The Smoke concert. The
Oh, Sparking the Park.
Spark in the Park. I
Yep.
didn't get a chance to come up there Saturday because I had to work. And I
Hmm.
came in there. I came up there, and it rained the whole fucking Sunday, man. I
Oh
remember
my
getting
God.
and we was up there for hours.
Oh
And I
yeah.
got in my truck, and I was drenched. But it reminded me of why I fell in love with hip hop
Right.
because I saw people from Polo Frost to
Mm-hmm.
Trick Trick
Mm-hmm.
to Meth and Redman. The Yin Yang twins
Oh man.
went in, but they was performing like they was inside. It was dry, like they put everything they could into their performances,
Yeah.
and I was honored to be there.
Yeah, my man's even took his shirt off. He got off his trailer. He had his cane and everything, and then said, as soon as he hit the side of the stage, he was like, "Hold my cane." And he got up there and was dancing and everything. As soon as he hopped right off, he got his water, grabbed his cane, and then went right back to his trailer.
That's crazy.
Yeah. See, I didn't really grow up listening to a lot of Yin Yang, but once my dad explained to me who they were, I was like, oh yeah, they got classics. And to actually hear them perform it, it was like, dang, this is them. Like song after song, I was like, dang, they got this. Like,
Yes.
yeah, no, they got bangers for days. They got bangers for days.
Yo, man. And I grew up, I'm listening to these things over the years. Like, I've never bought a Yin Yang CD. I haven't. I'm going to be completely honest. But I'm sitting there, like, and I'm regretting every moment because I never gave them the proper respect that they deserved
Right.
because they weren't lyrical.
Yeah. Yeah. No, like I ain't gonna say I look down on like the rappers like Lil Jon and stuff, but I'm more of if I can't understand what you fully saying, I don't really like to listen to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I like have you heard of the rapper Logic?
Yes.
Yeah, I like Logic a lot.
Okay.
But the music he making now is like more of the mainstream, I guess. But the first half of his career, he was like catching me because of he kept remaking all the old school samples and stuff, and that's how I fell in love with the style of hip hop. As far as like that style when I gotta put it dang like quiet who made quiet Mob Deep. That's all about. So like that
Yes.
type of rap, you know what I mean?
Firestorms.
Yeah,
The,
yeah,
the, the, the remix, though.
right,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, because that's
So
one of the few times that actually that might be the only time I've ever heard a female MC get on the remix and skunk the artist.
oh yeah, oh
Because
yeah,
because Lil Kim she's a monster.
oh yeah. No,
You
she's
know, uh,
definitely one of the best. That's and then they want to put like okay, I can understand the argument with like Nicki Minaj being the greatest female and stuff like that, but then they want to add people to the conversation like me, my favorite female rapper is Lauryn Hill,
okay.
but that's but that,
But is
that's just
that
me
fair though? Because
personally.
Lauryn Hill really, if you, in the grand scheme of things, has got two albums,
Right.
and really one album is not like I'd say really one album total when you talk about rap. Because she was in the
Right.
group the first time, the second time, phenomenal album, but it was really R&B sprinkled with some hip hop.
Right. Yeah. No, it was like and it was smooth too. You know what I mean? It was smooth and her delivery there ain't no other females bringing that delivery. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well,
And
she brings it. She brings it.
right, exactly. So I don't know. To me, I'm all about substance. I feel like if your music ain't got no content, at least me being a listener, you ain't really gonna catch me.
Okay, so on that, no content. When you say no content, do you mean like it has to be like a positive?
I mean by content, I mean as I break down rap as far as a structure. So I'm talking about like your bars, your metaphors, your similes, cadence. You know what I mean? And I just feel like certain rappers nowadays they only take certain aspects of it, like cadence,
Okay.
and they feel like they can just carry it and talk nonsense. Now, what I mean by nonsense, I'm talking about okay, I'm gonna just hit on the nose and stop being around the bush, but like
Please
murder
do.
rap. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So like how many times have you heard on the radio about different types of murders and them killing, and then they have to bleep out the whole entire song?
Yeah, I hate that.
You know what I mean? I'm talking about that type of garbage. You know what I mean? And especially now, we having so much more killings and shootings. Like just last week, I just lost my cousin to a shooting. Three of my
I'm sorry.
cousins, thank you. Three of my cousins was shot, and one of the brothers passed away.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So we have certain rappers like the NBA young boys and stuff pushing this narrative of like, you have to make murder rap in order to make it, or music has to be this certain type of way. You know what I mean? Music is very powerful with the message, and it's all about how the listener obtains it. Let's say we have a violent listener listening to NBA YoungBoy. What is he gonna be? More violent.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what I mean by like content. So if you don't have any good content with a very good message, and a story behind that message, then I feel like you're not gonna catch me. So that's why I only mess with certain rappers like the J. Cole's, the Logic, the Eminems, the Waynes, because when they was in a prime, or let me not talk about J. Cole like he not about to hit his prime or something, but when they were in at their hottest, they had something to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you don't have nothing to say, then you're not gonna catch me. That's what I mean.
I feel you on that. I guess the way I look at it, and like I've been around from day one of hip hop, and so like I saw, I remember hip hop before NWA,
Right.
before Ice T,
Yeah.
and
Ice T, man. That's my dude.
oh my, but like it, you could tell how and even after NWA jumped off, there was a few years thereafter where it was still a nice blend, and then it just like I was interviewing one of the cats from Souls of Mischief. I don't know
Yeah.
if they got a song called 93 Till Infinity that's fucking phenomenal. But
Right.
anyway, they were in the studio. I tell the story all the time. They were in the studio when the record execs got a call from whomever telling them they could no longer promote their type of music because they didn't have like kill 'em up bang bang type of music. They just had more kind of like almost, I don't want to say hippie type of hip hop,
Right.
but kind of hippie ish.
Yeah.
And it was either you were going to be extremely super vanilla or you got to be killing folks. There was no longer a diverse, and from that point on, it just went downhill. Now I
Right.
will say that there are some artists like King Von, absolutely just yes, I know dude's horrible. Rest in peace to him. But as
Right.
far as like what his content is pretty horrible, gang related, kill everybody, bloody speak.
Yeah.
But the way he frames it,
Yeah, he is. No, no, no. When you talking about situations like that, no, I feel like that's a little bit of a catch-22 because yes, he's talking about the stuff that I just talked bad about, but like what you said, it was the way he went about it, it's the way he talked about his stories. You know what I mean?
man,
And especially when they came with videos, which made the story even more interactive. You know what I mean? So I feel like his is different because he was doing the poetry, he was doing what he know.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm talking about the rappers who don't know what they know and they still rapping like they like that. You know what I mean?
I got you. Yeah,
Because I know everybody always says like, oh, everybody in the rap game isn't what they seem. You know what I mean? It's real. You have people that don't live that life, but they rap like they live
yeah.
that life.
Most of them don't live that life.
Right, exactly. About
Yeah,
80% of them don't live like. But I do know rappers who talk like that actually come from that. So and
yeah,
he's one of those people that actually come. He comes from O Block. Wait, not O Block. He
yeah.
comes from
No, no, it was
yeah
Obama. Yeah.
yeah. He comes from 60 second. I think he said 60 seconds, something like
I'm
that.
not sure. It's just somewhere that I'm not trying to be.
Right, right. So I'm saying he got it like that. So
Yeah,
so he
it
has
was his
those stories
reality.
that it was his reality. It was his life. So it
And the
was just how
way,
he
but
portrayed
he
it.
was just a really good storyteller.
Yeah.
You
Very,
know, um,
very
so
unfortunate what happened to him though.
you working with Trick Trick now.
Yep.
Shout out to the triple OG Trick
Shout,
Trick.
shout out to Unc.
How did you meet him?
Oh, I met Uncle Trick back when I was like 17 or 18. So I met him about like 6, 7 years ago. It was damn, where was it at? See, this was back when I was still paying for showcases. So and I was doing showcases probably like every other week. So I did so many during the year when I was like 17, 18. So it was one of those showcases where he was like a special guest judge. And
Okay,
oh, I remember what it was. It was an autism event that I got to perform at, and Uncle was a judge, and it was like a show. The person got money for the best performance, and he was one of the judges. And I took a picture with him. After that, I kept seeing him at certain shows I was performing at, and then you know through social media and just interacting, eventually we just became tight after seeing each other so many times. You know what I mean, and talking and having longer talks the more we see each other. So eventually got to the point where I was actually about to do a feature with a artist, a Detroit artist that I was going to pay for. I'm not about to say the names. I ain't going to expose myself like that. But I was going to pay a Detroit artist a certain type of money for a feature. So I talked to Uncle Trick about it, and he was like, "Oh no, don't do that." He was like, "If an artist really mess with you, they'll do a feature with you for free." He was like, "Why would you pay them a whole bunch of money when there's not a promise that the song is going to go there?" You know what I mean?
Right.
And I sat there and thought about it. Like, you would pay $3,000, $4,000 for a feature and not even think about if the song do good or not. So if you pay all that money just for the song to get a couple hundred views, so that's how he had me thinking. And then
Okay.
he was like, you know what? You gonna come to the studio with me, and I'm gonna produce some songs for you, and then I'm gonna manage you every show that you do. I'm gonna have He said no, every show that I do, I'm gonna put you on.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, cool. He was like, yeah, you don't have to pay for a show ever again. And that's how we got that.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah.
Okay, so from an MC perspective, and let me put this out there too, man. And if you have not seen Trick perform live, you need to do so.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He is a master at work. Let me tell you. He is a master at work. I told him I was gonna start carrying a towel on stage with me because it made him look cool. He was out there like just dropping it,
Yo,
you know what I mean? And my thing is he smokes so much weed to have that energy.
I don't get, bruh. Like nigga, I just, oh my. But man, I'm sitting there and I got a chance my best friend and his wife show came out, and I was able to get them some tickets or whatnot.
No, okay.
But I'm like, dude, like even if you don't know one Trick song, gotta
You
respect the
still,
performance.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like your man puts the
Mm-hmm.
live band, the way he handled.
Yeah.
Like, what's the biggest lesson you've taken from him performance wise?
Performance. Performance wise, I say always have that energy like somebody like always have that energy like somebody's there even if nobody isn't. And what I mean by that is like no matter how small the show is or how small the crowd is or whatever, you still go all out like it's your only shot. You know what I mean? Because what I got taught, especially like before meeting Unc, I always knew like no matter where you perform, there could always be that one person in the building that could always see you and give you the opportunity to lead you to bigger shows or bigger arenas or even deals. So seeing Unc give it his all, no matter what type of crowd he dealing with, no matter how tough they are, he's still going out like he got 5,000 people there just to see him. So that's what I got from him is just to always put my energy in it like it's my last. No matter if I'm gonna do it again and again, always perform the stage like I'm never gonna go up there.
And I know y'all working on some shit. When you dropping something new?
Oh man. So right now the song is actually recorded. So I can tell you that. The song is actually recorded. But the thing is, I want it mixed perfectly to how I hear it. So the way I record my music, I'll record it and then I'll be chilling with the song for a couple of days. And I'll eventually go back like, hey Unc, I hear this. Can you turn this down? Or I feel like the certain tempo need to be speeded up, or I need to re-record this part. So the song is almost done. But the sample, the sample is like an old school Bobby Brown sample, but I can't tell you from what song because we do have to get it cleared. So yeah,
Oh, that's crazy right
yeah,
there, though.
but it's
I'm
but
sitting
it's
there.
but it's something that you probably never heard like ever.
Really?
And yeah, I promise you, I like when he played this beat for me and my dad, he was like, "Oh, we need that, bring that on." Like we need that. So it's definitely one of those that when it pop on, you're gonna hear the sample instantly and be like, "Oh boy, he
Yeah,
did
yeah, y'all gotta
this."
send me that, man. I promise I won't let nobody hear it, man. Yo, who did the One More Chance beat?
Oh, you talking about the wait, the no more chances?
That's the one. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, you talking
Yeah,
about working
the way they
hard, grinding,
flipped that
let me
shit.
show you what
Yes.
happens. The way, oh yeah, that one. Oh, okay. So that one I actually don't know who did that one, but I did find it on YouTube. And when I heard it, I was like, oh yeah, like I bought it immediately. And actually, I recorded the song before I bought it, but as soon as I heard it, I knew I was gonna write to it, and I was like, yeah, bro, I gotta have this because I was listening to Biggie's version with like the original, and then I was listening to that one. And I was like, oh, bro, I gotta do this. I was like, I gotta do this, and Biggie is one of my favorites. I feel like Biggie it to me he has one of the flows that cannot be captured by anybody.
I'm not gonna get. I'll give like
Nah, you about to disrespect Biggie?
a
Don't
little
do
bit, a little
it.
bit.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
That's what I'm trying to. I'm trying to hold it in. And actually, I'm not gonna disrespect Biggie, but I think that the whole top five is ridiculous, and
You
not
don't
because
think
he
Biggie's top five? That's what
absolutely not.
you
I
know.
don't
You
think he
know
should even be
what?
considered.
But do you put Pac up there?
Pac is the goat.
It's okay. So why you liking on Biggie?
I mean, Pac made what like 20 albums, if not more. Biggie made two.
But didn't okay. But wasn't a
It's
lot of Pac
strictly
albums after he died though?
well, he didn't make them after he died. That was intentional. Like Pac knew he was on the clock,
Right.
and in
Okay.
his mind, he was going to die early.
Okay.
And if you, no matter who's interviewed about Tupac, the one thing that shines through was his work ethic. He appreciated the gift that he was given.
Yeah.
Biggie was dope, but he was just trying to make a bag. Pac was trying to make an impact.
You know what? I said okay. I agree with that. I agree with that. You're
And
right.
I'm not Biggie was dope. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
that's like if I go to the NBA, I get two phenomenal years, and then I break my leg and can't play no more.
Right.
Am I in the Hall of Fame? No. They're just gonna be like, what if?
I hear you. I hear. But let me tell you, Biggie had one of the best best post albums ever after he died. That album was crazy, and you can't sit here and say it wasn't. You can't sit here and say that the album wasn't crazy.
I mean, I'm not knocking it. I'm not gonna say that. Like I say, Biggie, as far as just on a talent base, dude was nice.
Right.
I just can't put you in front of everybody else based off of because I'm projecting your talent.
Right. So okay. So who's your five then?
Oh, definitely Pac. Definitely Scarface.
Can't argue with that, like Scarface.
Today, Rakim.
My dad's very big on Rakim. Very big on Rakim.
I mean, Rakim. Like, there's hip hop before Rakim and after him,
Right.
and he's the difference.
Right.
And it's not even close. Like
Right.
as far as changing the landscape of hip hop, I don't think there's another MC
Oh no,
that,
he
that
was
did
he,
that
he
as
was
much.
like the first rapper like legit. You know, like
He
bar for bar will take your life. Yeah, no, he was like that for sure.
I won't say the first, but it was so unique that like you didn't have to do no theatrics, wasn't no dancing and shit involved.
Right.
It was just totally revolutionary.
Yeah.
So what's that? That's three. Ice Cube,
Okay. No Vaseline.
and I'm gonna say LL.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
know what? So the way I'm gonna go with it, first I always put either Eminem or Lil Wayne. So those are my top two, no matter however you
See,
rearrange that.
see, I wouldn't say Eminem.
You say you wouldn't see? I
No.
would say Eminem because I haven't heard nobody put together words the way that he does. The reason I say is because words that shouldn't rhyme, he make rhyme.
Yeah, but
That
Eminem's got more trash than he's got treasures.
But I don't agree with that. The reason I say that is because he is the highest selling hip hop artist of all time. He has more diamond records than every other rapper in the game. Now and back then.
respectfully, but that's because he white.
You know what? I knew you was gonna say that. But look, if
And I'm not
Eminem
taking
was
this time
black,
away from his talent,
yeah. If
but
if
but
if if Eminem was black,
he'd still be dope.
he would be the best. That's just how I put it. He would just be the best without the white argument. That's how I look at it. But that's why I said Wayne too, because people don't argue with me about Wayne because Wayne is he been doing this since what? He was like what 12 or 13. You can't
Yeah,
really argue with somebody that's been doing it that long.
I
But
would agree. And you know what? Now I think about it, I probably should have put Wayne instead of LL, but it's personal.
But not that's what I tell people all the time because I be having like these certain, I guess you could say, argument or talks with people, but it's not really an argument because I never judge nobody for their opinion. You know what I mean? That's your opinion. That's just how you feel. You know
Oh,
what I
I
mean?
do.
Right, right. You know what
I
I
do.
mean?
No,
Right,
if your
right,
opinion is too
right,
stupid, I'm
right.
judging the fuck out of you.
I,
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm
but
judging your ass.
so all right, bet. So those are my two, and then
Okay.
three I might have to go. I'm gonna have to go J. Cole. That's because I connect with his music on a different level. So
I
that's
can
why.
understand somebody in your age group saying that, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got nothing against
So
that one.
fourth, I'm like Andre 3000. Number four, I love Andre 3000. I can't wait on his new solo album.
It's
It's
not
gonna be
happening,
very
bro. I
fire.
think they was
It's
lying.
no, it's gonna be fire. Trust.
No,
You know
Killer
what?
Mike posted that he was drunk.
Oh, did he?
Yes,
Oh my god. You
yes.
know what, bro? Why would he put out this information? Know how many people would have been looking for? That's so stupid.
That's because he was drunk.
He was drunk.
I,
You
well,
don't tweet out something that serious when you drunk.
okay, I don't know if he was trolling either way. It would be. I don't want. It depends on which Andre 3000 shows up. I don't want the
Okay.
speaker box love below Andre
Oh
3000.
no. I'm talking about actually rapping. Like no. I mean when he actually talking. No,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. And
Yeah.
then fifth, man, who am I? Man, I'm gonna have to think about the fifth one because fifth, I do wanna. You know what? I'm gonna put Pac because I feel like if Pac isn't in my five, then I'm doing something wrong as a rapper. So and then me, I feel like I always used to put Pac at number one, influence alone.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because there's nobody else who has that much influence on the game. And then I hate how people want to put Jay Z up there because me, I can't rap five Jay Z songs. That's just me personally. But if we talk about business aspect, Jay Z probably has to be number one because first billionaire rapper, blah blah blah. But who knows? Tupac could have been the first billionaire rapper too.
I think his success as a businessman clouds people's judgment of him as an MC. That and he stole a whole bunch of big shit.
Yeah,
And it
yeah,
may
a
have been
lot of it.
little bitty things,
Hmm.
but I know is that Cameron that made a song about him?
Think it was. I think it was.
And
Yeah,
was
it might have
just it
been.
wasn't even him rapping, it was just clips of
Right.
him saying big shit. And when you add everything, that really did him dirty.
Yeah. Hmm.
Although like I was never a Jay-Z fan the first half of his career. After the retirement, when Jay-Z like he stopped rapping to get money and he started rapping to get happy, it
Right.
was a lot better Jay-Z.
See, was so. What do you feel like was a prime Jay Z album? I guess you could say. Cause for me, I liked Magna Carta was all right. But I'm more of like, what's that one album that got that girls. I think I want to say that's one of the what's that? I think that's Reasonable Doubt.
No, that's after Reasonable Doubt.
Is that
That's
the
after,
Reasonable Doubt?
yeah, that's definitely that might have been. I can't remember the name of it. It couldn't have been
But
the
I don't.
Black Album.
Yeah, I don't. No, I think it was Black. I think it was the Black because it's not one of the blueprints. I think it was the Black album.
You know what? It ain't shit but a quick Google
You
search.
know, you know.
And let's see. Oh hell, some fucking Motley Crue comes up first.
No, not the Motley girl. Not the Motley girl.
All right, yeah, I didn't actually. It was on the blueprint.
Oh, what? Okay,
Yeah,
that's actually shocking. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that so the first was that the first blueprint?
2001.
Yeah, 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 it's only the first one. Yeah, the very first blueprint caught my eye.
I personally, I know 444. I like that one.
Hmm.
And what was the one? I'm trying to look too. I'm trying to get on Wikipedia real quick and see the one that was after the retirement.
Oh, that's like the one he just came out with, right? You talking about
No, no,
the most
no,
recent one?
no. It's not the most recent one. Let
Oh,
me
you talking about
see.
before he retired and came back? You talking about that one?
No, it wasn't Kingdom Come. It might have been. Oh no, was it Matt? Was it the Blueprint 3?
What?
I don't think so. Money Cat.
Can you recall one of the songs on there?
What Mark? So the one that he had the video where he was in concert. Was that before the?
Hmm.
Actually, you know what? It was the Black Album.
Was it? But okay, okay,
Yeah, it was the Black
okay,
Album. Yeah, because what more can I say? Yep, and Dirt Off Your
okay.
Shoulder, Change Clothes, 99 Pro.
Hmm.
Yeah, the Black Album was
Yeah,
fire.
Black Album was hard. Black
Yeah,
Album was hard.
yeah, I gotta give
Hmm.
him that one on that one.
Yeah.
The only reason I say not Eminem is because Eminem, and this is true of a lot of musicians.
Hmm.
There are a lot of musicians that require additional help to be dope, i.e., substances.
Hmm.
And Eminem was just not the same as a sober MC.
So you talking about after he got so like the music that came after he stopped
Yeah,
doing drugs.
yeah.
Okay. You
Like
know
his
what?
his pen was the same, but
Mhm.
he lost his flow.
You know what? I understand that because I think I said so. I actually watched the documentary and he was talking about that and he was like, as far because he said he got so into drugs he said he was getting so high he had a bad overdose that sent him into the hospital and he said when he woke up he had to learn how to like he had to like teach himself how to rap all over again and which I think is crazy to have to teach yourself to learn how to rap all over again. It's not easy, but I can I can definitely see because if you check out the first half of his music, and then you pull out an album that he probably put out like 2 or 3 years ago, and
Yeah,
compare it to how it used to be, yeah, his flow is a lot different. You're right.
yeah,
I agree with that.
yeah.
It's a lot
It's
different.
like it's like the technical aspect of just
Mm-hmm.
rhyming words is still
Yeah.
there. It's
Mm-hmm.
just the
Yeah.
nuances to hip hop just
Yeah.
missing.
Yeah.
Like what?
Cause there's songs like he don't make music like Mockingbird or like The Way I Am and stuff no more.
No,
He don't sound
no,
like that no more.
no.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree.
Like
I agree with
it's
that.
different with Royce. Like Royce,
Yeah.
when he stopped drinking, he actually got better.
Yeah. See, me, I actually didn't like Royce at first, so it's crazy now that you said it because I remember when he got brought into the scene with Bad Meets Evil, and they made that album together, which actually wasn't bad, because they had my song Fast Lane on there, which was actually pretty dope. But as far as a solo Royce project, I've never really fully gotten into one. I probably should try it though. Probably should try it.
I think Royce suffered from the Nas complex.
That makes
Like
sense. That makes
Royce
sense.
was so dope that sometimes I think his ego, and I say this with all due respect, but I think his egos told him I can carry this beat.
Mm,
And I think sometimes like him and Nas would devalue the beat aspect of a song because of who they were lyrically.
See, that's my thing. You can't do that. You know what I mean? You can't let the beat ride you. You gotta ride the beat. You know what I
Facts.
mean?
Yes.
And no matter what type of song, like that's what I tell people. There's certain okay, so certain songs call for a certain type of rap. You know what I mean? Certain beats call for or for you to be like, talking your lyrical stuff, and then there's hype beats that are meant for parties where
Yeah.
you meant to be, talking about your party elements and going crazy. You know what I mean? So there's two different types, and then there's certain people who just can't adapt, or
Yeah.
who don't have that versatility. See, for me, I can hop on a sad beat, and I can hop on a hype beat. I can hop on, I guess you can call a boom bap beat, or what they used to call them, and I can adapt. It's not easy for a lot of artists to adapt. That's why I feel like it's a skill or a talent to have in your arsenal. You know what I mean?
I think so for like a club beat,
Hmm.
can you make a club song that's positive?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, you can because there's okay. You said can you make a okay when you in a club party and what are you? You happy? What comes from your happiness? The positivity that's going on. So it's easy because there's just different things in life that you can write about to put in that song to make it hype. You know what I
Okay.
mean? You don't necessarily have to write like that, you know. Because
Okay.
I have a song called Patio Party that I did with Pierre Anthony, who's a Detroit legend, by the way. Um, I I I went in there and recorded my song Patio Party. It's like so everybody I was, hold on, it's been a while since I rapped it. It's like everybody better put their hands up. It's about to be a party tonight. Be a party tonight. I just want to get the money and just save it because the money treats me oh so right. It treats me oh so right. You should never try to disrespect the boy because my brothers ain't gonna let that slide. Ain't gonna let. And it's like you don't. It's just a talent, bro. I can't really sit here and talk about it because you can't teach that, man. You know what I mean? Certain people just can't do it.
Yo, you know what I thought was fire too, man? That Woe joint. That actually you got a lot of shit that I thought was fire. But the
Yeah.
Welcome to the 734, the Woe joint, All We Got.
Mm, that's one of my best friend Jackson. That's on hard.
Why are you not doing more with him?
Actually, so that was that the last. So we have another song that we did together. That's on another one of my albums. It's called Free
Okay.
Throw. And the reason we don't have so much music together, we was recording that when he was out here in Michigan, and he moved to Colorado. So and now he works like 7 days a week, and he's on a tight schedule. So like
Okay.
we talk sometimes, but it's as far as trying to make our ends meet at the same time
I
because I'll
feel
be
you.
busy and he be busy,
Yeah.
and he don't rap as much as he used to. So and he's dope. And I tell him that
Yeah.
all the time. I be like, bro, I feel like you wasting your talent. And he'd be like, oh no, I don't necessarily want to be in the limelight. He's more into being a songwriter than a rapper. But I'm like, you could do both. You know what I
You
mean?
know what, man? Sometimes you can't. That is not your path.
You're right.
You
Everybody
know,
does have a
like
different path.
yeah, like even though like you may see a different light on somebody, when they look in the mirror, the light that they see is completely different.
Yeah, you're right.
And at the end of the day, are you smiling more than you mad?
Yeah.
That's what counts.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
yo, the beatbox freestyle was crazy.
You said the beatbox free.
That was crazy, bro. That was
No,
crazy.
man, is that song didn't even turn out 100% the way I wanted it to because the the engineer recorded the song with the mic backwards. So I had to go in the studio and redo the whole thing. But the first version I liked better than the one that I had to put out. But he had the mic turned all the way around. Like as an engineer, how do you not know the mic is the wrong way? So I got in the booth and was like, "Hey, can you like you know what I mean?
But it
Swap
was.
that."
Does it bother you? Like I've had songs that I did 25 years ago
Mm-hmm.
that in my head there was something that I didn't do or that somebody else did that I didn't correct that still fucking bothers me to this day.
Yeah,
And other people have been like, "Oh man, that's one of my favorite songs." Like, does that eat at you?
yeah. Okay, yeah. It does because there's okay, so there's early songs in my career, right? That I used to have like a bad lisp because I had a bad stuttering problem that I still deal with to this day.
Okay,
And um I was always insecure about my sharp S's on the mic.
okay,
So and the engineer had to tell me like no matter how sharp your S's is, we got compression, we can like I can break all this down and fix it and make it sound better. And I'm like, but when I rap on the mic, I don't want to have sharp S's. So when I go back and listen to my mixes, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so glad that the way I talk and my whole speech and the way I sound is so much better. But there's certain songs that you'll go back to and you'll hear like the smallest thing in the back. You're like, dang, I wish I would have caught that. But
I
now
hate that.
everybody already heard it. So it don't even matter. But it makes a difference to you because you know it
Yeah,
sound better. You
yeah.
know?
Oh my god. And it can kind of drive you crazy, especially when you're a perfectionist.
Exactly. And I'm a perfectionist. Like, there's certain engineers that get tired of me because I'll call them a week later and be like, "Hey, can you fix this? And they'd be like, bro, can you pay for more studio time? And I'm like, shoot, I already paid you for my song. You might as well go back and fix this one tiny thing that I want to evaluate. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, I definitely go through that all the time. I go through that all the
At
time.
what point does your pops tell you stop?
He don't, but there was this one time where he was like, "Oh, that song fire," and I was like, "Yeah," but I'm gonna have him, slow down the tempo, and he was like, "Oh my, you you always asking him to do something. It it's never good enough to you," and I'm sitting there like, I'm the type of artist I'm not gonna put out something that I don't like. You know what I mean? If somebody else thinks it's dope, cool. But at the end of the day, I have to be comfortable enough to put it out. You know what I mean? I have to be
What if you
comfortable enough to
wrong?
hop on stage and perform it.
What if you wrong? And there have been there's documented evidence of a gazillion artists who were wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna put it like this. Me personally, I don't feel like I'm wrong because when you write a song, you know how it's supposed to sound. So
True.
by time you get done with that product, if it's not what you envisioned or not what you pictured it to be, then I'm like, nah. I'm either going to pick a different beat or I'm going to rearrange my lyrics to fit the beat. I'm not just going to put something together that I don't like. That's why if even when I'm halfway through writing a song, I'll be like, I'm not feeling this. I'm gonna, scratch it. Either that or I'll probably hold it for a minute, come back to it and like write some more and maybe end up liking it. But half the time I'll just throw something away and keep those lyrics and find another beat.
Does does making an album even matter nowadays?
No. Oh no. Okay. Yes, but not if you don't have a fan base. If you don't have a fan base to support that album, then there's no point of wasting your time to put out all that content of music at one time. When you could have those songs and put out a single every different week and build that fan base slowly. So like so I had this thing for a while where I was putting out a song every Friday for a couple months, and my streams was going up more and more and more because every week they was looking forward to my next piece of content. There was
Right.
there was they was looking for the next song. So eventually, when I stopped doing that regiment, there was people inboxing me like, "Hey, you're not dropping a new song this Friday." I'm like, "No." Then they like, "When is more music coming?" Then that's when you drop an album. So if you don't have a fan base, then don't drop an album. Just drop maxi singles until you got your listeners involved. You know what I mean? There's no point of wasting your time.
Which is semi like for old heads. So it's somewhat disappointing, but understandable too. There's a lot of albums I bought over the years where I was
Yeah,
really anticipating that album and it was ass.
yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. You put out an album, put your all into it. You think is amazing, just for someone like you to say it's garbage. That's what I'm saying. Instead of putting out a single, they can say that's garbage. You like, okay, I mean, I'll try next week. You know what I mean? It's like, no,
Okay,
man.
so
There's
what
no
happens when you
point.
put a single out and it tanks?
Then you go back to the drawing board.
I
You know
mean,
what I mean?
does it
I tell
bother you?
no, I tell a lot of people to not get discouraged because there's different types of music for every type of person. You know what I mean?
True.
If everybody's gonna have a different fan base, and I feel like I'll put it, you have to really evaluate the situation. You know what I mean? So how put it? What was your question again? I forgot. I said, my bad, my bad, man.
Don't worry about it. It
I
happens
get
to the
so
best of us.
I get so involved in talking, bro.
No, like what happens? Like does it bother you when a song it
Oh,
doesn't hit the way you thought it was gonna hit?
okay. So I tell people not to get discouraged. You know what I mean? Because it's easier as an artist to get discouraged after putting a song out and it tanks or like it doesn't get as music as you because you'll blame it on yourself. You'll feel like it's something that you're doing wrong, or is it the beat, or am I not talking about the right substance to put out? And there's just certain, how I put it, like you just can't really look bad on yourself because if you put negative energy on yourself, then you're gonna put out negative energy,
Yeah.
and that can really influence your creative process. And half the time, that's where artists go wrong, where they want to quit or give up. I feel like you should never quit or give up because somebody doesn't like something, because eventually you're going to put out that content that somebody's going to cling on to. You know what I mean? That's how I looked at it when I started to put out music, because I always used to worry about what if somebody wasn't going to like it. That's what you do as an artist, because
Yeah.
you used to make music, you know what I mean? You would always worry about, is it going to be hot, or is they going to enjoy it? That's why I'm like, I don't care if nobody enjoy my music. And I'm gonna say this publicly, like, I honestly really don't care if people listen to my music or not. I listen to my own music. So, but I do appreciate the people that do be sharing me and supporting me and show that they do love my music, But even if somebody didn't never lended me their ear, I would still make music.
Okay, let me ask you this. Totally unrelated to music, but give me three things that when you have a son and you raising your son that you are going to duplicate that your father did for you.
For one, I'm gonna be there. Um, because I have a lot of friends who have fathers that wasn't there, and even my best friend was talking about earlier, and he tells me all the time how, like, yeah, he feels like a man, but he never really had that father figure. And that's what I'm gonna be for my son. That's one, always be there. I would never ever abandon my kid when I have one, you know what I mean? Two, I'm I'm gonna instill with them, as far as, don't let nobody tell you what to do. Of course, you know what I mean. Do what makes you happy and be passionate about it. That's that's what I tell the kids when I go to the elementaries and schools. I tell them, didn't nobody stop me from what I wanted to do. Your opinion is the only one that matters, first of all. So that's what I'm gonna tell them. Three, discipline. You know what I mean? You can't live without any type of authority or discipline in your life. You're gonna be running around wild like a chicken with your head cut off without any discipline. So that's their
That's dope, and I'm absolutely certain he is going to be smiling when he hears that.
thank you. Thank you.
No doubt. I'd be remiss if I did not bring up autism. I know that's one of your goals is starting like a school for autistic children.
Yep.
Where did that come from?
Okay, so I have a little brother. He's 12 years old. His name is Karis. He's autistic. He's on the spectrum, but he's on like the edge of it, to where he's highly functional, and
Okay.
he's still verbal.
Okay.
So, thank God, you know what I mean? Because I've ran into a lot of kids on the spectrum who are nonverbal, and it's very hard for them to communicate. So I just couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
So, God bless their heart, man. But he is the main reason why I want to do it, because I want him to go to be able to go to a high school. See, right now he's in sixth grade, about to go to seventh, and I want him to be able to go to a high school where he doesn't have to worry about bullying. See, me, I had to deal with bullying growing up because of my stuttering problem. So I want him to
Okay.
go somewhere where he doesn't have to worry about bullying or being stereotyped or all the extra high school drama. You was in high school once. We all been through high school drama. I want him to go have a place where he can be himself, to where he doesn't have to worry about that. And my brother's the type of person that don't like to be around people anyway, so I kind of don't want him in public school once he gets to high school. Because, man, but hey, look, let me tell you, especially kids now are very rude, and I really don't want my brother to have to go through that.
And see,
So
I
now
didn't
go.
experience anything like that, and
See,
maybe
I
it was
did.
just my personal experience,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't see anybody getting bullied. And again, I wasn't everywhere at every place in my high
Right,
school,
of course.
but I did have a wide range of different types of friends, from the niggas that was just selling dope to the dudes that had Kwame haircuts.
Yeah.
So I just and maybe just times was just different back then.
See, for me, it was more of like, when you talking to somebody that like stutters, and like half the time when they can't get out their sentence, the other person will usually finish it for them.
Yeah.
I was like one of those kids that like hated that, because me, I always try to work through my stuttering, like, let me finish my sentence. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it's more of like a respectful thing. But I had to understand that um it took me patience as far as to learn how to speak fluently like this, because me speaking to you like 10 years ago, I wouldn't be able to get through like none of my sentences if I did this interview 10 years ago.
How did you change? How did you fix it?
Rap, man, rap. Let me tell you, rap literally helped my speech impediment. And
You ever heard of Drag On?
drag on?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Rough Riders, one of the MCs in the Rough Riders.
No, I haven't. Explain.
Look him up. Same thing. Same thing. Stutter,
Okay.
stutter. And I don't, you know what? I don't know if necessarily like for him. I know rapping, he didn't stutter,
Yeah.
but I don't know necessarily if just regular everyday communication it's changed for him. I think he still stutters a little bit.
Yeah. For me, it was like even freestyling with my friends. I would go over there, we'd be talking, and I'll still be like stuttering like crazy, could barely finish my sentence. But like the minute we start beating on the table and spitting, it's gone. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe like shoot, I was kind of born to rap. If you think about that, the speech impediment, rap helped me through my speech impediment. Now I am where I am. You know, like
That's crazy.
if you think about it, that's crazy.
It is. I mean, like you don't hear that rap is helpful in that aspect.
Yeah, rap saved my life for real. Cause I had this when I was around 18 or 19, me and my dad had a really rough patch, and I ended up moving out the house, and I went through like this huge depression. I lost a girlfriend who I was with for like 4 years, and that like sent me like through a spiral of depression. And I had times where I didn't even think that I wanted to live, so I stopped making music for like a long time. And then once I got back to making music, I started getting back in the gym, working out, getting active. Eventually with like time, I forgot about everything and things got better. And shows kept coming. I started meeting more people, and then it seemed like the depression that I went through was just a rough patch.
Okay.
Oh
All
yeah.
right. Well, I'm glad it was just a rough patch, bruh. Um, is there if people want to get in touch with you, they want to book you, how they go about doing that?
Oh man, I'm on all social medias. At Kid J or official Kid J. So like Instagram is official Kid J. On Twitter, I'm just Kid J. Same thing for Facebook.
Yo, have you signed up for what is it, Threads?
Threads? No, I haven't. I haven't. Wait, can you explain that to me?
It's basically it's Instagram's Twitter. You
Okay.
know, and I don't I just happen to see it, and like now the one thing I will tell people too is that apparently you can't delete your account.
On Twitter?
Well, no, on
Or on
Threads
Instagram? Oh.
because and they don't, I guess they say it in the rules and whatever that nobody
Yeah.
reads. I didn't find this shit out till I was actually signed up and it was too late.
Right,
But
right, right.
if you have to delete your Instagram account if you want to delete this Threads account,
Wow.
which from a business standpoint is fucking genius.
Yeah, if you think about it. Yeah, if you think about it, yeah.
It completely because they know nobody reads the rules and the terms and conditions of anything at this point. That's why they make them 20 pages.
Yeah.
You know,
That's how they catch you though too. You mess around sign your life over and you don't even
oh
know.
man, I'm telling you, man.
Um,
I could for these cell phones, you'd be to sign your kidneys away. You wouldn't know
oh
it until they knocked on the
man.
door and wanted your shit.
True, you just stopped me from making a thread account. I appreciate you.
I don't know, man, because it's looking
Hey.
like Twitter's. It's to the point that Elon Musk is talking about suing them. It's hurting them.
Okay, so it's like so you just make the account and attach your Instagram?
Your Instagram is already attached, bro.
Oh, okay.
You
So
just go in there and make an account.
that's so yeah,
Yeah,
they might actually win that lawsuit, man. They might actually win that one.
I
They
don't
might-
think they're gonna lose it, and I think Elon Musk is going to lose a shitload of money.
Mm.
because of the way, like I'm saying, like the way they did it. That now that you in, somebody said it's
Hmm.
like being on death row.
Oh man, not like that, bro. They hang you
Yeah, so
they hang you
we
on the
all on
balcony.
death row records. We ain't going nowhere. But the fact
Dangle that
that
boy
you,
off the balcony.
yeah, the fact that you can't delete it without deleting your Instagram account
No,
means
that's
people,
crazy.
even if they using it actively, they'll still be on there.
Yeah, yeah,
So it was kind of, I got to give Zuckerberg a little credit for it was horribly genius.
yeah. It was it's but if you think about it, the thread is kind of a dope concept if you think about it. As
I know,
far as
absolutely.
as far as where they trying to go with it, because I know there's different outlets because of course they bite off each other, as far as
Yeah,
features and
yeah, absolutely.
improvements. Because we even have what Twitch is
Oh yeah.
the stream, yeah. So now they got stuff like kick streaming trying to come up in it, and like the way that they browser it looks exactly like Twitch. It's just green and black. So
Really?
I don't know how they not sued, but like the way that they have their sub badges up, the way they have their chat on the side, everything is too similar. They have mods.
See, I don't
Um,
think they can sue you for the layout, but it's the code
yeah, and
that you use.
they have the same they use the stream not stream the same like streaming service
Okay.
like the so I think the one they use is like CCH something, and Kick uses the same thing that Twitch uses. So my thing is I think Kick is going to end up getting a different type of network to put their service on
Okay.
to us to support them, since they are the rival of Twitch.
Okay.
So
A different server.
yeah. So we're gonna see.
All right, I got you. And I ain't gonna hold you up too much longer. Is there anything you want to say before we dip out of here, though?
Oh man. I want to say I appreciate the people, watching, you know what I mean, or who's going to watch. And the thing or the message I'm gonna give out is that, always be you, you know, don't let nobody change that. And for the people who's looking for something to do as far as they passion, find something that you like, find something that you love, make it your niche, be passionate about it. And I tell people all the time, you're more happier and it puts a smile on your face, and it fills you more with life knowing that what you do for a living is something that you love. So
Dope.
I'm very passionate about it. And thank you too, man. Hey, this is probably one of my favorite interviews that I've done, as far as like, because I can be myself with you, because you like chill, man. You laid back, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I'm just a old nigga with a microphone.
No,
Pretty much.
don't do yourself like that. Hey, let me tell you, the pepper, hey, it look good on you though, man. It look good on you.
Yeah, that's not what the old lady says. No, I'm just fucking
Oh
with
man,
you. She actually
that's
kind of likes it.
that's how my dad want his to go. He said he ain't gonna diet, but he said once it start going gray, he said he ain't even gonna mess with it, because he wants something like yours, all gray, but like no like black, just straight gray. Because that's
Yo,
how that's how our that's how my uncles and stuff got it. You know what I mean? And that's so yeah, no, that's how he
I
wants it.
tried dieting once, man. Actually, I dieted once, and
Yeah.
my daughters clown me so bad. And then you know what? I don't know. Maybe like last week, I was looking through
Yeah.
some old pictures, and I was looking, and I'm like, wow. And actually, it was a couple weeks ago, and I had to text one of my daughters. Actually, I text two of my daughters, and I
Yeah.
had to text them. I'm like, okay, now I understand why y'all was clowning me, because this shit looked horrible. I'm
Right.
not even. I'm not even going.
Nah,
Yo,
hey,
but
man, I told my dad, I was like, Dad, man, if you ever do it, I'ma clown you. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. I'ma clown you.
yeah, that's that work I got.
Yeah.
It was deserved. I'm not even going front. Yo, I will say one thing though, man. The team you got behind you, bruh,
Mm-hmm.
legit. When I serious,
Thank you.
like it ain't too many teams out there that's fucking with your team, bruh.
I
If
appreciate it.
any. Yeah.
Yeah.
So shout out to the whole team.
Team Diamond Cut,
Trick,
baby.
Mikey, Diamond Cut, the whole nine, man. salute to you, man. If there's anything I can ever possibly do for you, I'm not sure what, but if it is, man, make no mistake about it. Just reach out to me, and I got you.
I got you. I appreciate you for having me.
No doubt. And don't forget about us little old people when you at the top.
Oh, stop it. Hey, trust me, I ain't gonna forget about this. No.
Good. I hope that's a good thing.
Hey, no. I'm gonna remember you as the dude that tried to poop on Eminem.
Hey, he pooped on himself.
Oh, yeah.
On that note, man, let me get out of here, man.
right.
I appreciate you, bro, for your time, your wisdom, and your energy, man. And I'm wishing you all the success in life
Thank
and
you,
in the
boss.
music industry, man. Have a good one.
You too.
No doubt.
Yes, sir.
Yo, gotta say another thank you to Kid J, man, the whole team, man. Shout out to Trick, man. And shout out to Mr. Knows Everybody, man, my guy, Mikey X Time. He was like, man, that's somebody you need to interview. Done. So that's another one for the books. Y'all have a good one. Don't forget to tap in next week. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me look at the schedule because I know I got two of them next week. On the 13th, I got Derez Deshaun. Come on, man. The harder way. Come on, man. I can't sing. And we got Chief, man. Definitely ex NBA player, in business with Method Man, got a water company out there doing big things. You definitely don't want to miss next week. At 5 p.m. is Derez Deshaun, and then at 7 p.m. we got Chief. Oh, and just because I can, don't forget, man, the 20th we got Nick Speed. Oh, and I didn't even put that in my calendar, but the 27th we got Malcolm Jamal Warner. On that note, man, this has been Jobs. It's been another episode of Intellectually Petty Radio. Y'all have a good one. I'm out.